What's a video game that you've sunk thousands of hours into? Perhaps no single game, but the Civilization series as a whole has probably taken upwards of 1,000 hours. I recently played a game of Civ 5, the only one I've ever played. I've played maybe 6 games of it and have like 200 hours. Not many games can keep my attention for 200 hours. Fallout 3 and Minecraft are the only contenders. Yup, I've played over 1,000 hours of 104.5 alone, probably 1,000 more if I combine 3, 4, and 6. Factorio. Nearly 2k hours. The factory must grow. I used to have a life. Now all I know is my factory. You're not done until you're launching a rocket into space every 10 minutes while AFK. Something rookie numbers. Minecraft. Love that game. I haven't played Minecraft in nearly 6 years, and I'm still confident that I have more hours in it than anything else. I've been itching to play it lately too. Dude, I just started playing Minecraft again, and I haven't played since the game came out of beta. It's been an absolute blast honestly. Crusader Kings 2. When your satanic emperor is busy absorbing the life forces of his children, as you slowly gobble up all of Europe and begin an affair with the horse you made your chancellor, you know you're in deep. Not to mention the high quality modding scene. Elder Kings, a GOT, After the End, Warcraft, the list goes on and on. Every time I quit CK2 they release a new expansion and I get sucked right back in again. Pokemon Soul Silver. No contest. I think last time I checked I was at something like 1,200 plus hours. I was super into competitive Pokemon at the time and wanted to do everything legitimately. Breeding for perfect nature /hive/egg moves, breeding for shiny, training, hatching eggs, catching enough rare wild Pokemon to have a good diversity pool, restarting my game countless times to catch legendaries, only to reset when I checked and they had crap fourths. I got bored and eventually tried to make non-competitive Pokemon playable using surprise sets. I remember I spent way too long breeding the perfect Seaking. I was so set on making him competitive. Not sure why. HGSS is the best Pokemon release. XGO. Man, that game is only even fun 10% of the time. As another person with 1,700 hours on XGO I can confirm. 2,500 hours here. Highest was GN1 lol. Currently S4 haha. 4,400 hours here. Advanced next season for me. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, friend. The Sims 3/4. I love the life sim genre and wish there were more games like it so that I wasn't stuck paying hundreds to a money-hungry franchise because it's the only game like itself. Though I still love it, it's just to proceed. Went through a bit of a Sims 3 phase last year. All I can say is Vampire Writing Slave with a moodlet manager is opus. I'd love if there were more games that were similar. Didn't really like 4. Back in the day, I played World of Warcraft excessively. Every free moment I had went into that game and it nearly cost me a relationship. The only thing that really got me to stop was that I fried my PC trying to upgrade it, and by the time I got a new one, the passion had died out. I'm considering playing the vanilla servers when they launch next month. I'd like to think I'm a more responsible person. Yeah, I have at least 120 days played on World of Warcraft. It's a meme to say those are rookie numbers, but they really are rookie numbers. I absolutely have more than half a year's played, if not a year, and those are also rookie numbers for some. Oh man, I used to put 12 to 16 hours a day into that game for years to escape my real life. It was the only thing that kept me stable. Well, stable-ish. Same. I used to regret all the time I spent on that game when I was in college, but then I realized that my life was shit in college, and it was the one thing that made me happy. Why should I regret that? Besides, I met my amazing husband playing WoW, and we even have an adorable daughter who's turning 2 tomorrow. Actually, when I think about it, everything good in my life is either directly or indirectly a result of being a former crippling WoW addict. Monster Hunter series. I still don't know how to explain it to people who complain I heard MH is too grindy. Like, it's an action game where you have to hunt monsters for their body parts, then use those body parts to make better gear, so you can hunt scarier monsters. That seems explanatory enough, but it's always followed with what's the end goal? There is no end goal. You just keep hunting monsters. Oh. What's the worst is that the games are so incredible too. But the demos for the games are just, let's face it, they're bad. They'll give you a ridiculous mission with a tiny time constraint that only veterans of the series would be able to complete anyway. My friend won't play World or Genu with me because of the demos, and I'm bummed about it. RimWorld. Best game I've ever played, hands down. I like it, but it hasn't grabbed me that way. What am I missing? You might not be missing anything at all, since enjoyment of anything is subjective. For me, it just lets me escape and go into an evolving story that's both challenging yet not stressful. I don't have much time to game anymore. Life just gets busy, so I like that I can jump in and have whatever gaming experience I'm looking for. I'm all about the story, the tragedies and triumphs of my colonists, seeing their base grow and them overcome the many challenges of the Rim. Sometimes I like taking it easy, settling into a nice temperate forest tile with plenty of resources and just grow crops, craft hats and trade peacefully with my neighbors until the ship is built. Other times, I go with a desert or tundra start, where each moment has to be calculated for its efficiency and brutal choices need to be made almost daily. Other times I've created a colony of psychopathic drug dealers who, decked out in bionic gear, airdrop into unsuspecting encampments and just massacre everyone. I've run prison colonies, where I exploit cheap labor to mine precious resources and grow crops, while a few colonists keep down riots and grow fat off the backs of their inmates. I've done a colony of pacifists who relied on traps, turrets, trading and calling in allies to survive. I've had colonies of wild boars bred to swarm any poor bastards who roam into my territory. I often set up mining and growing bases outside my main colony, sending colonists to rough it and carve out a temporary home away from the main base. Plus, the mods basically ensure that I can never play the same game twice. So many mods. I haven't even tried a fraction of them yet. Rocket League. Rocket League is just the game. After nearly 2k hours I still never tire of it. It's fun every time. And I'm still not really that close to being good at the game. I'm ranked a champ 2, and even though that represents approximately the top 3% of the player base, I would still get clobbered by people just the next full rank above me. The skill ceiling is so high in the game I don't even know if it's reachable. It's what drives me to get better. It's just a fantastic game that I recommend to anyone I talk to. Wish I could get out of Diamond 122.